All right, good Tuesday evening, everyone. It's February 28th, and last day of February, of course. We're roaring into March here, and the weather is going to be roaring the next 3 days. Mother Nature seems to be mad as all heck at us for some reason. So, um, basically, 3 days of severe weather coming into the area, um, all the way through Friday. Um, Pretty much everything possible: tornadoes, very high winds, hail. We're going to have snow to talk about on the northwest side here of the forecast area. Very windy, cold whipping in on Friday, Saturday as well. So pretty much Mother Nature going to be throwing everything at us in the next 3 to 4 days across the area. So let's get right into it. But first, if you're on YouTube, click that thumbs up button. We are live on YouTube and Facebook, by the way. So click that like button, share with your friends and family, because we have a lot of stuff to go over the next 3 days. We have severe weather tomorrow, but a bigger risk is going to be for Thursday and possibly Friday as well. We do have, like I said, we have some significant severe weather possible tomorrow in the form of hail with a few tornadoes as well. Also, like I said, if you're on Facebook, click that like button, comment where you're from, and make sure you share this with your friends and family so we get the word out there. Also, if you're on YouTube watching, click that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And click all on notifications. You'll be notified every time we post content on YouTube. All right. Also, if you guys want to be supporters, we do long range outlooks on the Supporter Hub, plus detailed discussions. We've been talking about cold air coming basically for the past month. It's shown up just a tiny bit late, but by in probably the next 10 days or so and after, it's looking pretty rough as all the teleconnections are going negative. And that southeastern ridge is about to get a beat down over the next week or so, and that's just going to open the door for the floodgates of the Arctic to come in. All right, so more on that in the Supporter Hub. If you want to be a supporter on Facebook, links going to be in comment. It's $4.99 a month. Really helps support us and what we do for you all. If you're on YouTube, you can hit that join button. There's various different levels of supporting us on YouTube as well. We really do appreciate our supporters. They keep us alive and running here at Snowbird Bob. Anyways, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. All right, we always start with the hazard map that's going on in the United States. Basically, here comes this next system that's going to be rocketing out across the area. We have very low elevation snows again, blizzard warnings yet again up into the Sierra with feet and feet and feet of snow that keeps just blasting that area. They're not going to, I don't think they're going to have water problems after this very wet winter they've had out there. Very, very stormy and very wintry up in the mountains as well. Then you get out here towards Arizona. You got very low elevation snows. We got snows all the way down in the valleys around Tucson, Arizona as well. They're expecting 1 to 3 inches in Tucson with this, and then up to 1.5 to 2 feet in the mountains there, especially up by Flagstaff as well. We get out here towards Texas. Now, you guys are probably wondering yesterday when that front came through, it was so windy. We had multiple tornadoes. One went through Norman, Oklahoma. A lot of you have probably heard about that. We had 114 mile per hour wind gusts out here in Memphis. I believe it's Memphis, Texas, I believe. And then all that dust. See, they're still having a drought out in western Oklahoma. and western Texas. So all that dust from that very, very high winds, 70, 80, 90, 100 plus miles an hour, picked all that dust up and it threw it east. It was all the way through Arkansas, parts of Louisiana, and past the Mississippi as we went into Monday. That's why it was so hazy outside. Everybody was asking, why is it so hazy outside? Why am I getting alerts saying it's going to be sensitive? The air is going to be sensitive. The air is going to be kind of, I guess they're having a ozone alert day across parts of the area. So it was getting a lot of questions on that. But that's what it was. All that dust from basically New Mexico, Texas, and parts of Oklahoma being shoved up into the atmosphere and just thrown east. That's why it was so hazy yesterday across parts of the area. Now, let's get into severe weather, because this is going to be a significant severe weather episode, and it's starting tomorrow, going all the way through Friday across the area here, across the deep south. So let's look at that. Alrighty, so here we go. This is starting tomorrow. Slight risk area, basically from Memphis, Tennessee, to Shreveport, Louisiana, Little Rock, Jackson, Tennessee, and far northeastern parts of Texas under the gun for basically a slight risk. In this area, it's for tomorrow. On the other outskirts of this, Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Nashville, Arlington, Plano, back towards Fort Smith, Russellville, Conway, Durant, Oklahoma, Denton, all the way over towards Chattanooga, Tennessee, Knoxville, Murfreesboro, down towards Monroe, as well in Louisiana. So severe thunder, like I said, severe thunderstorms will be possible on Wednesday from northeast Texas through the mid-south and into the middle Tennessee, with a threat of very large hail, damaging winds, and a couple of tornadoes possible. The biggest threat tomorrow is going to be hail. There's going to be some scattered severe hail reports possible. Some 2+ inches in diameter. 2 inches hail is hen eggs, basically. 1 3/4 inch hail is golf balls. So that kind of gives you kind of what the size may be on hail. So we're gonna be dealing with a few tornadoes as well, and scattered damaging wind gusts, straight line winds is possible as well. 60, 70 plus miles an hour is possible, as we're gonna have basically a low that's gonna be centered up here in far northwestern Arkansas, southwest Missouri, going through the day tomorrow. A cold front will extend southwestward from this low through eastern Oklahoma and north central Texas. This low is expected to progress northeastward through the Ohio Valley during the day on Wednesday, while the cold front remains largely stationary across this area. All right. So the boundary will begin to start retreating back north as we go into tomorrow evening through tomorrow night, as this very warm, rich air, Gulf of Mexico moisture starts ramming up against this front, coming up and over. You're going to have, like I said, some supercells possible tomorrow, but a lot of rain is coming as well. Big time hail as well tomorrow. So like I said, some hail could be 2+ inches in diameter. So hen eggs to possible tennis balls is possible for hail, and a couple tornadoes. This is just the start of it coming in for tomorrow. Thursday is coming. It's going to be a even bigger event for Thursday and Friday, I do believe. But we can't diminish Wednesday, because like I said, there's going to be straight line winds, 60, 70 miles an hour. Some tornadoes is possible. And the biggest threat is going to be severe hail, possible, some over 2+ inches in diameter. So now let's look at Thursday. All right, here is Thursday. So a regional severe thunderstorm outbreak appears possible across parts of the southern plains into the Arklatex and into Mississippi. Regions with tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail all possible on Thursday. So, enhanced area here. Dallas to Memphis to Arlington, Texas, Plano, Texas, Shreveport, Alexandria, Monroe, El Dorado, Texarkana, Hot Springs, Conway, Searcy, over towards Tupelo, Starkville, down towards Lufkin, Tyler, Texas, southeastern parts of Oklahoma as well, all under an enhanced risk for Thursday. And I do expect the Storm Prediction Center has been saying that some portions of this area may eventually require a categorical upgrade if confidence increases regarding a corridor of strong tornado and/or significant wind potential, and I believe that's probably going to happen. So some of this area may go to a moderate risk as we go into their next outlook, but we will see, of course. All right, in the slight risk area, basically from New Orleans to Lafayette, Baton Rouge, over towards Hattiesburg, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Huntsville, up through Jonesboro, Arkansas, Fort Smith, McAlester, Oklahoma, over towards Wichita Falls, down towards Austin, Texas, College Station, Houston, Victoria, Port Arthur, Lake Charles, all under a slight risk for severe weather on Thursday. Marginal risk from San Antonio over to Oklahoma City, Nashville, Tennessee, Tulsa, Oklahoma, over towards Chattanooga as well. Fayetteville, Bentonville, up towards Branson, Missouri, Springfield, West Plains, Poplar Bluff. There's some of the cities here over towards Tulsa as well. So if you include the marginal risk, we're going to have about 45 million people under the gun for severe weather on Thursday, which is a huge amount of area here. Like I said, very strong tornadoes are possible, EF2 or greater. Very strong, deadly, possible deadly straight line winds as well of 80 plus miles an hour is possible, and then very large hail as well. So, got a plan here. We need to make sure you have your weather radios. You make sure that battery is good in it as a battery backup in case the power goes out. You need to keep your phone charged. Know where to go when you get a tornado warning in your area, and hopefully you all, those of you who have tornado shelters, hopefully you guys have been cleaning those out last few days, because this is going to be a substantial regional severe weather outbreak. Like I said, we have severe weather starting tomorrow, going all the way through Friday. So let's look at the Friday risk here. So I wanted to show you this. This is the significant severe that's already plastered here. This is a day 3. This is for Thursday. Already hatched significant severe weather possible in that basically that moderate risk area for Thursday. All right, here's the severe weather outlook for Friday. Basically a slight risk area from Charlotte, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Birmingham over towards Montgomery, Alabama, and far southeastern parts of Kentucky as well. All modes of severe weather are going to be possible on Friday in this area as well. All right, so here's a 00Z HRRR high res. So this is dew points, okay? So we've got upper 60s, 70 degree dew points along the Gulf Coast, and just lot more moisture just hanging off the coast here, and this is going to really start coming north as we go throughout tonight, even into tomorrow morning. So as you wake up, look at this. If you're in southern Arkansas, you got dew points, northeastern Texas as well, along the Red River, even towards Monroe. You got dew points in the 40s, 30s right now, and then you're going to go to sleep, and you're going to wake up tomorrow morning to soupiness, basically. It's going to be the mid-60 dew points, 70s across the Gulf Coast here. And then as we go throughout the day, you can see where this front's trying to come into the area late Wednesday night, and it's just stalling. So we're going to have a lot of moisture just sitting here. It's going to be a lot of overriding precipitation, severe thunderstorms, very heavy rainfall. I'm going to go over how much rain here in a minute, but we're going to have flash flooding. That's possible as well across parts of the area here. So that front kind of stalls out around central Arkansas, and then it's going to start coming back north because here comes this next system plowing its way east, smacking right into this rich Gulf moisture. Basically a dry line setup coming through as we get into Thursday. This is Thursday, 6 p.m. So storms are just getting going here. I'll actually show you future radar here. Like I said, this only goes out 48 hours, so we're getting into parts of Thursday now. So this is Wednesday, tomorrow around noon. You got some storms starting to fire right along that warm front as it starts coming north. And you got some good storms here tomorrow afternoon around 3 to 4 o'clock across northeastern Texas, southern parts of Arkansas, and just general rain north of there through central and northern parts of Arkansas as well. These storms start getting going in eastern Arkansas, heading towards Memphis, towards the rush hour of 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And then more storms develop as you get into Mississippi and into Alabama here as we go throughout the night. Now let me switch views here so we can go to the southeast, and you can see where some of these thunderstorms are at across Mississippi into Alabama as we go throughout the night, with another little wave developing after midnight across Arkansas and then moving east as well. And like I said, this next system that's coming in means business. So here comes the next system. You got a lot of snow coming out here towards New Mexico, Colorado. It's going to start snowing in Kansas as well. So this is at 10 o'clock in the morning, right along that cold front or that warm front. You got thunderstorms already popping. 11, 12, 1, 2. Thunderstorms ongoing around the Red River here just north of Dallas. Some storms here in Arkansas as well. Then you get one. This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, that warm front is trying to move north, and here comes that dry line coming across Texas, and then that's really going to have a nasty squall line coming through, and then you can see some of these inflow notches on this squall line here, which you're going to have some natural twisting and turning. There's a lot of cape as well available energy for these storms. Lots of moisture, and it's going to be pretty warm too. So you got heat, humidity, cape. You got shear pretty good shear across the area as well. So a big time severe weather outbreak is possible as we go into Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, especially as this dry line starts really smacking into this moisture laden air of 60 to 70 degree dew points across eastern Texas, parts of southeastern Oklahoma into Arkansas. So it's going to be a long night, probably Thursday night, across this area, especially Louisiana, Arkansas, and eastern Texas, as a lot of these storms will be probably coming after you go to sleep, and you need to have a way to get warnings. You need to have something to wake you up. Make sure you have if you have a NOAA weather radio, make sure that battery's fresh in there. So if the power accidentally goes out, you'll have It'll still alert you to a warning into in your county, so you could take action and get into your tornado safe space. And or these straight line winds are going to be in business too, and I'm afraid we may have somewhat of a repeat that Oklahoma had, but it's going to be across Texas and through southern Arkansas into Louisiana as we go overnight Thursday night. So a lot going on. Now there's going to be a lot of rain with this as well, so I'm going to touch on that. All right, so like I said, heavy rain. So this is excessive rainfall forecast. This is just for tomorrow. The green is marginal, at least a 5% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance in that green area. And then if you get in the yellow here, it's at least a 15% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance in that area as well. Now we get to Thursday. We have a moderate risk of flash flooding across basically central, northern, northeast parts of Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, western Tennessee, and southwestern parts of Kentucky. The ground is absolutely saturated through here, so it's not going to take much to get the flooding going. And this is all going to be flowing into the Mississippi River as well. So in the red, moderate risk of exceeding flash flood guidance, 40%. In the yellow, at least 15%. And in the green is at least 5% of exceeding flash flood guidance. So like I said, very heavy rain across the area. All right, here is the rainfall, basically all the models thrown together. We got 2 to 4 inches possible, basically from Oklahoma, southeastern parts of Kansas, northeastern Texas, all the way through Arkansas, southern Missouri, through Tennessee, Kentucky, southern half of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. 2 to 4 inches, probably locally 5 to 6 is possible, as well as we get those training of thunderstorms that come through, possibly just north of this warm front. And it's just gonna, like I said, the ground's already saturated in a lot of spots. It's not going to take much to get flooding going, and we're looking, like I said, 2 to 4 inches, possibly 5 to 6. This is just through Saturday morning, so a lot of this is going to come in the next 3 days. All right, so here comes the system. This is the Euro, by the way. System that's coming for Thursday, and a big upper level cold low behind it as well, dragging along with it. So we have this low that's starting, it's 989 now, just into southeastern Oklahoma. Really starting to bottom out. We're down to 981, which is basically incredibly low for this area. And we got this upper level cold air coming in. We could have snow across northern parts of Texas, right around the Red River here, either side. Rain mixed with snow, or possibly if it does change to snow, it's going to come down pretty good across Oklahoma into southeastern parts of Kansas, northern parts of Missouri, and through Iowa. This is 9 a.m. on Friday morning. We go forward here, rain changing to snow on the backside of here across western Missouri, northeastern parts of Oklahoma, possibly clipping northwest parts of Arkansas as we go into Friday morning. And then this thing starts whipping out of here and getting very heavy snows across eastern Iowa, over towards Missouri, Kansas City, over towards basically Burlington, Iowa. Nice little corridor of snow here. We said rain changing to possibly some snow. Like I said, if it does change over to snow across southern Missouri into northern Arkansas, it will come down heavy at times for a short time. But I'm not expecting much accumulations at the present time across northern Arkansas into far southern Missouri at this time. But I would not be surprised to see a few flakes of snow flying on Friday morning across that area, after a lot of us have been dealing with 70s or 80s the past few days. So winter's trying to come and smack us in the face here as we go forward here. So that thing gets out of here. So how much snow we talking? So here's the snow basically for for this system. Basically, might have some accumulations just south of the Red River in Texas, over towards western Texas here, and then like I said, rain changing to snow far northeastern Oklahoma into western parts of Missouri, and then really getting heavy as you get into Iowa, into northern Illinois, into Wisconsin with this storm system. Like I said, this is going to be this low pressure is going to bomb out, and it's going to be about 900 and 80 979 millibars. All right, let's recap what's happening the next 3 days. A lot of severe weather Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Severe thunderstorms will be possible tomorrow, Wednesday, from northeast Texas through mid-south into middle Tennessee, with a threat of very large hail in excess of 2+ inches in spots in diameter, damaging winds 60, 70+ miles per hour, and a couple of tornadoes as well. Here's a tornado risk: 5% risk of seeing a tornado within a 25-mile radius in that brown area. Green area is a 2% risk. And here's straight line winds: 15% chance of seeing some severe winds out there across this area. And the most substantial risk, which has a significant hatched area basically across most of southeastern Arkansas, Little Rock towards even Memphis, to northeastern or northwestern parts of Mississippi, for significant hail possible of over 2 inches in diameter. So we're talking hen eggs to possible tennis ball size hail as we go into tomorrow across this area. All right, we go into Thursday. Regional severe weather outlook or outbreak is possible across parts of the Southern Plains into the Arklatex, Mississippi regions, with very strong tornadoes possible, damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 to 80 miles an hour, and hail, all possible on Thursday afternoon, and Thursday night. I want to show you what the SPC is basically saying. It says all severe hazards will be possible, including potential for widespread damaging winds, strong tornadoes across the area. And down here it says some portion of this area may eventually require a categorical upgrade if confidence increases regarding a corridor of strong tornadoes and or significant wind potential. And I do believe that Storm Prediction are probably going to pull a trigger on moderate risk across parts of this area. Their next update will be probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'll have another post in the morning going over severe weather, and then another video coming out tomorrow night as well on this severe weather episode over the next 3 days. And then here is the Friday outlook across the southeast. Slight risk basically from all of South Carolina, most of Georgia, Alabama, eastern half of Tennessee, and through southeastern parts of Kentucky, and far southwestern parts of Virginia. Slight risk here. All modes are possible on this day as well. So stay weather aware. Have a way to get watches and warnings. Also, if you have a no weather radio, make sure that battery is fresh in that thing in case the power goes out, so you can still get warnings and wake you up in case a lot of this is going to come at night. So you might be asleep, power goes out, you don't have a way to get warnings to wake you up. Make sure that battery's fresh in there. Hopefully you guys have been cleaning out your storm shelters, tornado shelters over the past couple days while it's nice outside, because some people may need it as we go Wednesday through Friday of this week. We'll get through this. We always do, but like I said, this is a substantial severe weather outbreak coming, especially for Thursday into Friday. We can't look past Wednesday at all, because it only takes It only takes a couple severe wind gusts and or a tornado to change people's lives in a hurry. So, like I said, hail, very large hail tomorrow, in excess of 2+ inches in diameter. A few tornadoes is possible, and winds in excess of 60, 70 miles an hour. And then the more substantial tornado risk will come on Thursday, with this big trough ejection out of the southwestern parts of the United States. This thing really the low starts really bombing out as it gets through Arkansas, going northeast through Missouri. Very heavy snow on the northwest side of it. Parts of northern Missouri through southeastern third of Iowa could get probably 3 to 6 or possibly up to 8 inches of snow, or a little bit more than that. All depends on banding and how fast the changeover is in those areas, and maybe even a coating to an inch or two, maybe down towards Wichita Falls, Texas as well, and across parts of northeastern Oklahoma into southeastern eastern Kansas as well. Like I said, they just dealt with severe weather down there this past couple on Sunday night into Monday morning, and now we're talking about snow in that area. So crazy stuff. And I've been talking about this in the supporter hub for a while now about all this warmth we're gonna have to pay for, and March is looking cold. Like I said, all the teleconnections are going negative. This is a very strong signal. It's probably the strongest signal I've seen since that big Arctic outbreak in late December. So cold is coming, and we gotta look up. We gotta get past this week into parts of next week, and then after that, it's gonna start getting colder out there. And I went into a lot more detail, long range, in the supporter hub. If you want to become a supporter and support the work we do for you guys, it's $4.99 a month on Facebook. I'll have the link in comments, of course. We have long range outlooks. We have detailed discussions. We have giveaways. First dibs on any seasonal content. We have a hurricane outlook coming out in the middle of March as well. So a lot going on. If you're over on YouTube, you can click that join button as well, and then there's multiple avenues to support us on there. All right. So thank you all so much for watching this live. Like I said, there's a lot going on, and Mother Nature's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at us over the next 3 to 4 days across the area. Please stay safe out there. You need to get ready because severe weather is approaching the next couple of days.